Hi friends, it's time for the market in a minute for Greater Williamsburg for the month of October. This is through September. I'm going to start with Ford's Colony, where we currently have 36 homes actively on the market for sale with a median ask price of $898,000. We have 18 homes that are pending in Ford's Colony right now, which is quite a lot, and 26 homes closed in the last 3 months. The median closed price of a house in Ford's Colony, $765,000. About 41% of the homes in Ford's Colony have had at least some form of a price reduction. That average price reduction is 2 to 3%. And the sales price to list price ratio, once you get it priced right, you're going to get pretty much that price. 99.2% is the average sales price to list price ratio. If we factor in the fact that some of those houses had price reductions, the sales price to original list price is 97.6, so about 2.5%. Moving on to Governor's Land, a little more sluggish market, but still a seller's market. Still the advantage to sellers here. We have 18 homes on the market in Governor's Land. Median ask price $1.1 million. We have 3 under contract, and we've closed 14 in the last 3 months. The median closed price, nearly $1.2 million. Now, there's a 4-month supply of homes in Governor's Land. That's why it's still a seller's market. Anything really under 6 months supply is a seller's market. The sales price to list price ratio and sales price to original list price ratio, a little more drastic here in Governor's Land. There's a little more wiggle room in these upper price ranges typically. And so the sales price to list price ratio in Governor's Land, 97.5. Sales price to original list price ratio, 95%. So ultimately, homes are selling for about 5% less than are originally listed for. Again, half of the homes in Governor's Land have had at least some form of a price reduction. Moving on to Kingsmill. Only 16 homes on the market in Kingsmill right now with a median list price of $775,000. We have 5 under contract and 23 sold in the last 3 months with a median closed price of $670,000. There's only a 2-month supply, so Kingsmill still very much a seller's market. Sales price to list price ratio, 97%. Sales price to original list price ratio, again, 95%, so a little more room to move. The rest of Williamsburg that's not in one of those 3 communities, and again, this is all for single family homes. I'm going to get to condos and townhomes in a second. But for the rest of Greater Williamsburg, we have 145 homes on the market with a median list price of $589,000. We have 84 homes under some form of contract, and closed in the last 3 months, 180 homes with a median closed price of $550,000. About 37% of the houses in Greater Williamsburg have had some form of a price reduction. That average cut, 5%. Sound familiar? Okay. And then the sales price to list price ratio, 99% in Greater Williamsburg. So once you get it priced, you're pretty much going to get that price for it. Interesting here, there's a difference in the days on market for homes that have had a price reduction versus those that haven't. Of those closed homes that never reduced the price, the median days on market was only 14 days. It was 2 weeks. Versus the homes that had reduced the price, their median days on market, 65 days. Neighborhoods like Kingsmill, Governor's Land, and Ford's Colony, it's drastic. Like Governor's Land that never reduced, 19 days on the market versus have at least one price reduction. That was over 3 months, 94 days. I told you I would get to condos and townhouses. This is a hot market in Williamsburg still. There's not a whole lot of inventory, so when something comes up, it usually moves quickly. There are 55 condos or townhomes listed in Greater Williamsburg right now with a median list price of $399,000. We've got 35 of those under some form of contract right now, and we closed 89 in the last 3 months with a median close price of $355,000. It's less than a 2-month supply. Again, about a third did reduce their price before going under contract. Strong sale price to list price ratio. Of the ones that never reduce, of course, they're selling in 2 weeks or less. And the ones that had to have at least one price reduction were on the market almost 2 months. To summarize, we have 215 homes for sale in Greater Williamsburg with a median list price of $717,000, 110 under contract right now, median list price $725,000, and 242 sales in the last 3 months, median close price in Greater Williamsburg $670,000. Ford's Colony is worth watching. Their month supply increased, but we've got a lot of pendings right now. And those pendings are probably things that happened in the last 3 weeks. So there's a 4.2 month supply of homes right now until these pendings close, but I think we're going to see that go back down to, something below 3 months, which is where it was a month ago, once those close. This surge in pendings, not surprising. We usually have a slowdown in August. August is our slowest summer month, and that there's a variety of reasons there. Getting in before school is a factor. Usually if folks haven't gotten something under contract by the middle of July, they're going to give up on trying to move before school starts, if that's a factor. And then if that's not a factor, people just like to take vacations in August. It's slow. And then what we see historically is that after we get past Labor Day, there's a surge in buying activity. Combine that with the fact that we have seen interest rates go down in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Now, they haven't gone down a lot. We're not back to the affordability levels of 2021 and 2022. Likely not going to see that again, but the interest rate did come down a 0.5 point on a conventional mortgage from what it was 3-4 weeks ago. So that is getting some people off the fence, and that could be leading to a higher number of buyers getting under contract like we see in Ford's Colony. We also see that in Greater Williamsburg. Governor's Land, of course, that remains a little more sluggish, and we talked about it before. That's a unique animal with the country club mandatory community there and the buy-in. Kings Mill, Greater Williamsburg, steady sellers market. Pendings are pushing above the absorption rate. Attached homes selling very quickly, and across all areas the story is consistent. Homes that don't ever have a price reduction, that are priced right from the beginning, sell in 2 to 4 weeks, whereas homes that miss the mark and overshoot originally are on the market for 2 to 3 months. So that is your market in about 7.5 minutes. Thanks for staying with me. You can get the full blog report by clicking the link below. Thanks. It's your friend in real estate, Brad Anderson.